Hey y'all, welcome back to Automate Live. I am your host, Ann Wyatt, for this session. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We are so excited to have Scott Silknitter from ABCO Automation with us today. Scott, how are you?
Doing great. I appreciate your having me here.
Absolutely. I'm really excited for this conversation because you guys are innovating in so many awesome ways at ABCO. And I cannot wait to kind of get into the depth of that conversation a little bit more with you.
Yep.
But why don't you, for everyone listening and watching, tuning in today, just do a brief introduction of yourself and maybe of ABCO as well.
So I'm Scott Silknitter. I'm the Director of Development for ABCO Automation. ABCO's a almost 50-year-old automation company based in North Carolina. We are 100% employee owned, which is really a unique situation for us. As an ESOP, it's really a second retirement tool. So
Right.
most companies have 401ks. Not many companies have pensions anymore, but as an employee, it is a great retention tool to attract new people and keep them so they can build up part of their retirement nest egg. So
Love that.
that's one super cool thing. And the other part with the ESOP is that we have flexibility. We don't have to meet quarterly numbers. We have a board, and we have to meet the board goals that are set out, but we have the ability to be patient. We can pick and choose projects that we know we're good at. We can pick and choose projects that we want to do, that we want to explore in our 4 target markets, and that really is a good thing for us, so we can become experts and advisors to our customers.
Absolutely, I love that. I know that we have talked so much back and forth in the last few weeks about you all being an ESOP company. And as a recruiter, I love that because it is such an awesome recruiting tool. It's a great benefit to offer your employees. Yep. And you do see a longer retention. And I think that I'd love to hear that metric again that you gave me a few weeks ago. But your average tenure at ABCO is...
With the engineers, it's about 19 years.
Nice.
So we're an entrepreneurial company with seasoned veterans that know what they're doing as we bring in new talent. So starting with Graham Ricks, who founded a company, the true entrepreneur, to our new mechanical engineering manager, Tyler McKinney.
I love him. I love Tyler.
To the guys on the shop floor who are looking at ways to improve how we build things. So it's a great tool, and everyone has a vested interest in doing the right thing.
Absolutely. And speaking of that aspect and perspective of ABCO, if we get kind of more into ABCO, the company, right? Research is a big part of recruiting, is what I do. Can you kind of tell us a little bit more about something about ABCO that is maybe very unique? What is something uniquely ABCO for everyone listening today? And most importantly, what are some of the most exciting things you all are up to right now?
We are evolving with the industry. We are an automation company, almost 50 years old. We started traditional design build, and that is the heart of the company. The engineering team, what we do, our staff, that direction is the heart of the company. We have built on that. So went from design build to adding build to print. So if we designed a system, a solution for a single plant, a customer may want us to build it for 15 lines at other plants, we would do that. That led to contract manufacturing. We have two groups, contract manufacturing and design build engineering. A lot of our vendor partners have gotten to learn that about us because we deal in high volume contract manufacturing customers, a lot of onshoring from Europe, but we're still with both groups attacking the same markets, whether it's food and beverage, life science, logistics, agriculture. We are moving the same direction from 2 different angles. That gives us a lot of flexibility to do a lot of things, but one way or the other, we are in those markets with our chosen customers. That's where we were. What's happening today is we are launching what we call our MPS family of products. So MPS is Modular Product Series. The first one, there's 6 coming over the next few years. The first one is our palletizer. Mm-hmm. So we designed a modular palletizer, a base unit that we've taken the advancements that were paid for by some of the largest companies in the world that we know, that we're trying to improve their efficiency. Not every small and mid-sized business has the resources to do what a BMW can do or a UPS can do to build their company. So what we did was take existing palletizing technology, some of the cutting edge technology that has been developed, and we've incorporated into our design for an affordable palletizing system that meets the needs of the small to medium-sized business as well as large, because the small guys, mid-sized guys have the same concerns about labor, about getting product out the door that the big guys do too. We're just here to help them get there.
That's excellent. I love that. Automation for all.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Right?
So if you think about it, we talked about this the other day. 1908 at the Model T was the first effort by Ford Motor Company to make cars available to everyone. What we've done with the MPS family is taken really next level technology on monitoring systems and cameras, mixed it with our manufacturing know-how and standard robot palletizing to do the same thing at an economical price so folks can afford to do what they need to do to run their businesses. We want to help our customers grow.
So technology, from my perspective, kind of looking out in, right? There's always that fear that technology, it won't age well, right? I mean, we're always looking for the next latest and greatest thing. And I know that we've talked a lot about the palletizer and how it works, and I've got to just throw this ad hoc question in for you. I want to know if you can kind of explain a little bit more about the palletizer system and how it evolves throughout your company's growth and demand and meets their needs.
Absolutely.
As time goes on.
So as we started this, it's been discussed at ABCO for years, and then a couple of years it turned into an idea we should move this way. And then in the last 8 months, it really gained steam moving forward. And we took the best of our engineered solutions and we took it down to a compact, small footprint palletizer. It can ship on a truck. So you can take a forklift and drop it in place. In fact, I was talking to a customer today who said, I love it, but it'll take forever if we have to move something out. And no, it won't. You could take a forklift and move it and drop it in place. So you have that system, and then the controls, a standard palletizer, moving a box from a conveyor onto a pallet. You have the layers that are built in, what you want the pallet to look like, up to 72 inches. The next level portion of it is where we're really able to help our customers. If there's internet access available, we can do remote monitoring. We have cameras set up that will, if there's an event that someone gets a warning, I get warnings on my iPad. Any customer, any small business owner, any mid-sized operations manager can set it up on their phone. They get a warning. They can log into an app that they'll receive, that they can see what happened. The cameras will record what happened 30 seconds before and 30 seconds after. So diagnostics are a snap. You know exactly what happened and how to fix it so you can get back up and running almost immediately. It's really super cool stuff.
That's amazing. I think that's such an important factor when you're looking at automation because, when I'm talking to CEOs and other presidents and things, that's one of the biggest pain points that they have is like integration, right? And how it's going to fit into the existing equipment, or is it going to be something that, is not going to be super flexible, 5-10 years down the road.
Absolutely. Well, one of the other cool things about this is the speed at which we can bring it to a customer. So August 1st is the official launch that we will be able to deliver product in 6 to 8 weeks. Most palletizer companies are 18, 20, 24, 36 weeks, depending on where they're going. We'll be able to do in 6 to 8. So if things fall between the cracks and somebody forgets to really look into that, we can get the product to them on time. Right now, we're taking orders during the soft launch, and it's 13 to 15 weeks. So from the beginning, we're differentiating to make it easier on companies and customers to work with us and use our product.
That's awesome. I love that. And, now that we've kind of learned a little bit more about ABCO, I'd like to know a little bit more about Scott, the leader and the person, because as you all know, that's very much who Ann Wyatt is. So you got to tell me, a strong company like ABCO, that depends on strong leadership. Can you just tell us a little bit about your own journey in the automation career?
So, and I'm one piece of a leadership team. and one voice that comes in where we all have different backgrounds, and those backgrounds come together and mold into the direction we're going. So over the last 30 years, I grew up in corporate America working with some very large multinationals, and then had started my own in the basement. My kids were my shipping department for what I was doing, and we moved through that and then sold off, licensed out portions of that. We had a family health crisis, so we had to address that. And then after that we went through that, got into consulting with small businesses, turnarounds, 20, 30 million companies and under, which was incredibly rewarding to be able to save jobs and save homes and save kids' college educations. That changed who I was and how I approached a lot of things in life, and that and the illness within my family. So from there, I went to nonprofit work, raising about 100,000 pounds worth of essential supplies for Ukrainian refugees, working with groups to get land and building donations for mental health groups that did free nonprofit work. So all of those things came together, and then I've known the founder of ABCO for a long time, and to see where they were going, to see the assets they had in place and their ability to help people, and they had the same mindset that I had, to do a good job, to help people grow, to grow with them and truly be partners, trusted advisors. That's where I wanted to go, and that's what is driving us. And no matter what you face in a leadership role, you're always going to have adversity. You can either let it define you and shrink away, or you can learn from it and grow from it. And the leadership team at ABCO, what I've seen, and the staff, they grow through adversity, which is super cool. So it's planning, communication, all of those things add in, and it is a team effort.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely right. No one likes kingdoms. No one wants to work for kingdoms, and no one wants to work for micromanagers, right? We've all seen that throughout our careers. This is a team effort that is moving forward together.
I had to golf clap to that.
No problem.
Love that so much. Well, I've got one final question for you here today as we wrap up our conversation. But maybe for those listening out in the audience tuning in today, what is one easy takeaway piece of advice that you would give companies that are interested in automation, maybe they haven't gotten started yet, that they could go out and implement easily on their own?
So 2 parts, open mind and communication. You have to go into it with an open mind. Don't think you know everything, and don't think because one person said something and take it as gospel. There's a lot of ways to look at automation projects, a lot of concepts to accomplish the same goal. Listen and soak up everything you can from your vendors. If you're looking to automate your facility, soak up everything you can, and then communicate what you want to accomplish. Make sure your vendor partners communicate with you with what they're going to provide. Leave no gray areas.
I love that.
And you'll move along just fine.
I love that. That's got to be one of the best quotes. Leave no gray areas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. All right. Well, Scott, if anyone is interested in getting in touch with you, can you let us know what's a good way to reach out?
So my email, scotts at goabco.com. Our website, www.goabco.com. And we'll be happy to help in any way that we can.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Scott. I really appreciate the conversation today. This was awesome. Thank you to everybody tuning in, and thanks to A3. We'll see you later.
Thank you.